And hello folks, I decided to make a little update video on what I've been doing programming wise, since some of you may know that due to recent events that my sanity has dropped down to really non-existent. So I've been occupying myself with stuff, as well as a lot of times I have like times where I'm awake for 36 hours and then sleep or nap for a short amount of time. Sometimes I sleep for longer periods of time. It all depends. But other than that, what I've been working on is learning to program Python stuff. With the help of AI, I admit I am using AI to help me program. Though I will mention that one, AI can't seem to generate anything on its own that functions. Two, if I create something that somehow works, hand it to AI, it somehow hands me something back that's broken. But it is great at fixing errors. Don't know how all of that works. But you've seen some of my programs in regards to the control for the Legend of Zelda streams I do, and all of that other kind of stuff, from the refresher to doing next in the bot the VLC player and so forth. But what I've also got, just wanted to show you, is like I have like just my collection of crap I've been working on. I've only been working on this for like 2 months, so my knowledge is very minimal, and none of these are very, I don't think, very advanced in any parts. A lot of them use already existing libraries and other kinds of things in order to facilitate my needs to put together things that should never be put together, that no one seems to have put together. So, I mean, go figure. But what I've got here is like, this was a recent one, separator, is so that way I can take music and separate it into like 4 different sections. So that way, like, all of them being played at once would make the normal song. And this is the Battle of the Taco, which is, the crunchy crunchy taco, which is played on my live streams many times. And it separates it to bass, drums, other, and vocals. Then I have this here, which I put together, and this actually was like probably the easiest thing I ever slapped together that actually worked. And the whole purpose of this is, well, throws up here, does its thing, opens this, and what this does is I grab media files, and all this has a point. I'm just updating you and showing you like the backstage pass to the crap that I am doing to keep myself sane, which is failing miserably, but at least I'm still alive, right? We go to Python and separator audio outputs, and we'll just grab Battle of the Taco and grab all 4 of those. And so what this does is grabs all 4 of those and opens them up into each its own kind of window, which I'll get to that later. What I wanted to show you is the fact that a lot of you have seen that I've used the voice controlled repo bot and stuff that has existed. Since then, I've created like a executable which I can technically distribute, except for it gets detected as a virus because I don't have a digital signature for it, and those cost like hundreds of dollars a year. I would love to sell this and output it and make some money and get out of the horrible living situation that I'm in. But what I wanted to show you here was that not only is it, instead of just by itself, I have expanded it to be able to switch at will between multiple avatars, which means I can put multiples into single application. Sure, it takes a while to load. That's because unlike it having an actual media file that it's playing a series of images. But as you can see, it can just swap from one to the other. You can also click the pop-out button, and ta-da! You have Skeletor! And I've got the different bars for sensitivity, so you can just be like, based off of that, and then noise gate, so any background noise, as you can see, his jaw vibrates, you can mitigate and otherwise to make it so it works better. Here, the min for max, I didn't know how to word this, but this makes it so, like, this Skeletor here has 800 frames. It doesn't need 800 frames. I use 800 frames because I'm insane, and it takes up like a gig of space, which it doesn't need to. But it's for how far the animation goes based on the level of volume down below. So if it's at max, that means that the mouth doesn't move as much. And if you lower it, that means it takes very little to make his mouth move completely open. So these are the things that I've been adding and thinking of, and to create these programs that I have. And if any of you haven't seen it already, you can go check out the music video that utilizes the programs I just showed you in a way of making a really stupid aspect, which I'm going to show you how that functions too. So first of all, goodbye, Skeletor. Doink. So the program, which is here, this was originally the program that I planned on like distributing and doing all that kind of stuff, but then it evolved too much to go from effects, which originally, the original plan of this was just to make a picture glow when you talk. Originally, it was supposed to just glow and make a GIF file, but then it changed from that. And I've got like enhanced effects and all that kind of stuff. These things I don't even use anymore because I've been too busy doing like the sound reactive, which then I added in like the playback device, which is the dumb thing. And so all of these have different like output channels and so forth, which is what I wanted to show here. We're going to grab the vocals and we're going to set it to this virtual cable. The reason why is because this is like a software thing. And there's a free version that lets you have a single cable, and that's what I use. But I have to have it pointing to different things so that way I don't hear it, but it still actually plays. And then I would load an image sequence. And this is kind of how I made the music video. We go to Sound Glow. Originally, it just ended up becoming called Sound Glow. I don't know why. And in this case, we're just going to grab this one. It's a smaller file, smaller set of files. Then we go Start, and then we go Pop Out. As you can see, it's not picking up my voice. The reason for that is that it's looking for the stuff from here, from this right here. So that way, if I hit play, we're not going to be hearing anything right now because it's playing the vocals through something else. But the bot should be able to pick up the vocals of what's going on. And so if you're curious on like what is, I mean, I could always change the sensitivity and stuff through the bot on how much it reacts. But the song that's actually playing, if I hit stop and then set everything here, and then if I hit play, I don't have seek controls on this. I forgot to add them. Not a big deal. But now you'll be able to hear it and he won't move.
Link and Mario in the ring, arguing about.
And so what I would do is I would set up multiple of these guys, which would just sit in the background, and then I'd throw into OBS to do their thing. But I just have to hit this, which plays all these at the exact same time. So then instead of just hearing the separated like audio track, you hear.
Link and Mario in the ring, arguing about everything, but
and so if you want just a, you know what, I've never tried this. Hold on, I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I can add the same file twice. If I can add the same file twice, you can see, like, while I send the audio here, you can see that it's matching up. Just so you don't see that I'm crazy, or I have a paranoia that no one believes that I'm doing any of this shit. That's the whole reason of this video. That people are thinking that I'm just making it up and, like, I don't know, hand moving the puppets, like, you know, going, sticking my hand up their butt and going, hello, how are you today? And I'm not. I'm spending way too much time doing this shit. And this is just what has been happening. So we want to go to here, which was separator audio. I'm going to see if I can actually select the same one twice. That'd be cool, actually. It does. It does. So now that we have that set up, we're just going to go and slap that in the cable, and then we're going to hit play all.
Link and Mario in the ring, arguing about everything, but this time it's not a game, it's a taco they proclaim. Link swings with his mighty sword, Mario jumps can't be ignored, taco's what they're fighting for, crunchy goodness at its core, crunchy, crunchy taco, they're going loco, crunchy, crunchy taco, no time for slow-mo.
Oh, it set it back to the default.
Peach Peach and Zelda watch the clash in disbelief. They start
But
to
yeah, this is exactly what I've been spending my
remnants
time doing.
of their sanity. These boys lost entirely. Buttons bash and pixels fly.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop all. But that just gives an example. This guy doesn't have a whole lot of frames in order to work with, so it doesn't work that well. Hence why Skeletor is the other one that I've worked with, and I'll demonstrate him in just a second by loading him up by scrolling down. And you know what? We're gonna grab the 800 FPS one. 800 FPS. Well, it's not actually 800 FPS. It's just 800 frames. But when I have it output, I just put it as, you know, frames. It's literally just a folder full of Skeletor images. I'm not even kidding. I literally had it break down, and it can run off of MP4s, AVIs, any kind of video audio. It can run off of GIF files. It can run off of literally a folder full of images, which is exactly what I've been doing. Which, where did I put it? Sound glow. Like here, 800 FPS. Boom. This is what it's running. Is literally all of these different separate frames of Skeletor. There is no animation. There is no modeling. There is no rendering. It is literally each single frame is moved like pixel by pixel by pixel by pixel by pixel. And if you're wondering, like, why the hell did you do that 800 times? I didn't. I only did it 40 times. I used a program called Flow Frames, which interpolated all the images, which then I doubled it from not doubled it. I made it from 40 to 400 by times it by 10, and then I multiplied that by 2, and that's how I ended up getting to this. The 40 frame one worked just fine. I just wanted more smooth because I'm crazy. So now if we, as you can see, he's still there. We go, whoop, whoop. Oh, no, now we have Skeletor. Now if we do it here, this might work better, maybe. Let's take a look.
Link and Mario in the ring, arguing about everything. But this time it's not a game, it's a taco they proclaim. Link swings with his mighty sword, Mario jumps can't be ignored. Taco's what they're fighting for, crunchy goodness at its core. Crunchy, crunchy taco, they're going loco. Crunchy, crunchy taco, no time for slow-mo.
See, it's just based on how much I want to make his mouth open.
Peach and Zelda watch the clash in disbelief. They start to...
But yeah, that's some of the crap I've been working with here. And this, I also made it so that I can, the load image sequence, load media, base it off of images or otherwise. I have the super bucket, which is what the thing that allows me to now have multi-avatars in the executable program, which I can export into the standalone program where no one has to install Python or any kind of crap like that in order to run. But as I said, it gets detected as a virus, which is a problem that is only financially fixable. Which that requires finances, but you get the idea. So let's just end that. And that's pretty much like how that whole the whole music video thing came to be. Is like I wanted to make it connect all those different instruments to different voices and so forth, because each one of these is the audio separator is not the greatest. I'm still working on that. It's based off of other people's open source things that they have and whatnot, and so I haven't quite figured out exactly how to use it well, but I'm working on it. But like when it comes to drums and things like that, it's always fun because yeah, well, yeah, as I said, it's not the greatest, but altogether it creates a full song. So that's why that one hasn't been turned into anything, is because I haven't been able to separate that well enough. And you guys are probably bored as hell, and probably most of you haven't even reached this part of the video. But anyone who asks, hi, meow. But yeah, if you haven't yet, go check out the Skeletor and the Repo Bots, which is on the channel, the YouTube channel, because, well, that's where you are right now. And that's just pretty much what I've been working on. And I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of literally what I've been spending most of my time on. And hopefully I'll get back into doing series and stuff. I was suggested to play a game called, I think it's called, what, Blueprints? Is that what it's called? Blueprints? Hold on. Blueprints? Oh, yeah, it's called Blueprints. And it'd be $30. As it just says something. I usually like keeping myself in the dark, but it says unveils a new mystery. Navigate through a shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure. But will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? So I don't know anything about it, but it seems interesting enough, and it might be a good series to try and do. And let me know what you think on that, if anyone even bothers putting things in the comments below. But if this was something of entertainment, make sure to hit the like button. It does help the algorithm. Comment helps the algorithm. Share it with your friends if you have any. It helps the algorithm. Go eat food, because you being alive helps the algorithm. Other than that, I thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Toodles!